Ya Zahra, Ya Zahra.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Muhammadin wa alihi at-Tahirin wa sahbihi al-muntajabin.
Iran is beginning days of funerals for its late president, Ibrahim Raisi, and others who were killed in a helicopter crash over the weekend.
Well, with the condolences and then support for Iranian people, aren't you sending contradictory messages?
Absolutely not. If you listen to the statement I just made a moment ago, I think we've been quite clear about how we viewed his tenure.
A major search operation is underway after a helicopter carrying Iran's president and its foreign minister crashed in the northwest of the country in thick fog.
Video from the Iranian border with Azerbaijan as the search is now underway following a helicopter crash. The helicopter carrying the Iranian president as well as his foreign minister.
Iran State News is reporting Iranian officials now know the exact location of a helicopter that crashed with the country's president, Ibrahim Raisi, on board. Cold temperatures, fog, and nightfall.
In an unexpected turn of events that has drawn eyes of the world, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi died in a helicopter crash. This incident not only raises concerns about safety and stability within Iran, but also sends ripples across the global political landscape, involving key players like the United States, Israel, and Palestine. Today, we delve into the roles these nations play in this complex scenario, unpacking the facts. The news broke when state media reported that a helicopter carrying President Ibrahim Raisi had encountered severe technical difficulties, leading to a crash in a remote part of Iran. Immediate rescue operations were launched, and the president was reported dead.
Sally, we've heard in the last hour that Iran's president and foreign minister have both died in a helicopter crash. President Ibrahim Raisi was heading to the city of Tabriz in the northwest of Iran after returning from a visit to the border with neighbouring Azerbaijan, where he'd been inaugurating a new dam project.
However, the crash has led to a wave of speculation and concern about its implications on regional stability. Iran, a pivotal nation in the Middle East, has been navigating through a turbulent political climate. The crash of President Raisi's helicopter not only raises questions about internal security measures, but also about the leadership's vulnerability. Following the crash, Iranian officials have called in for a thorough investigation to determine the cause, insisting on transparency to avoid any speculation about internal sabotage or external interference. The international community has reacted cautiously to the news. Countries around the world are closely monitoring the situation, aware that Iran's stability is crucial to regional peace. The United States, maintaining a complex relationship with Iran, has called for calm and reiterated its stand on promoting security and stability in the region. Israel, on the other hand, has kept a watchful eye on the developments. Given the strained relations between Iran and Israel, particularly concerning Iran's nuclear program and its support for Palestinian groups, the incident could potentially alter diplomatic strategies depending on the outcomes of the investigation. Palestine, supported by Iran in its struggle against Israeli occupation, views the stability of Iran's leadership as crucial to their cause. Any potential instability in Iran's government could influence the support they receive, affecting their geopolitical standing and ongoing struggles. As investigations continue, speculations abound. Analysts and experts are dissecting every piece of available information, debating whether this crash was a mere accident or part of a larger, possibly orchestrated plot. Theories range from mechanical failure and pilot error to more sinister ideas of sabotage, either from internal political rivals or external foes. In this digital age, the role of media becomes increasingly significant. How this incident is reported and discussed in the media can influence public perception and international relations. Neutral, fact-based reporting is essential to prevent misinformation and to ensure that the narrative surrounding the crash does not lead to unwarranted escalations. As we await more details from the ongoing investigations, the incident serves as a reminder of the fragile nature of international politics and the interconnectedness of nations. The implications of this crash could go far beyond Iran's borders, affecting diplomatic relations, regional stability, and global political dynamics. Was the helicopter crash involved President Ibrahim Raisi a simple twist of fate, or is there a deeper narrative playing out behind the scenes? As we continue to gather more information, the answers to these questions will not only reveal more about the incident itself, but also about the intricate dance of power and politics in today's world. The crash involving President Ibrahim Raisi does more than raise eyebrows. It prompts a reevaluation of regional alliances and enmities. Iran, positioned uniquely with both allies and adversaries in close proximity, finds its actions and misfortunes under intense scrutiny. As regional powers like Saudi Arabia and Turkey watch closely, the dynamics of Middle Eastern politics could shift subtly depending on Iran's next moves and the perceived stability of its leadership. From the United States' viewpoint, Iran's stability is a double-edged sword. On one hand, a stable Iran could mean a predictable adversary, but on the other hand, internal tumult could weaken Iran's position in nuclear negotiations and its support for proxy groups in the region. US foreign policy experts are likely recalibrating their approach, balancing between overt expressions of concern for Iranian stability and strategic calculations about how this incident could affect US and Iran relations. For Israel, security is always paramount, with Iran perceived as a significant threat due to its nuclear ambitions and its support for Hezbollah and other groups. The Israeli government's response is measured, focusing on gathering intelligence and strengthening their defensive posture, while also preparing for any changes in Iranian policy that could affect the aftermath of this crash might precipitate. The helicopter crash involving Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi has significant implications for the relationship between Iran and Palestine. This relationship is critical because Iran has been the staunch supporter of Palestinian groups, particularly those opposed to Israeli policies. Iran's support has often come from the form of financial aid and military assistance, which are vital for these groups to maintain their activities and influence. With the sudden crash, questions arise about the stability of Iran's leadership and its continued ability to support Palestine in the same capacity as before. If Iranian government appears unstable or weakened by this incident, it could lead to a decrease in support for Palestinian groups. This reduction in support could critically impact these groups' operations, reducing their effectiveness and influence in the region. On the other hand, if Iran quickly demonstrates that its political structure and leadership remain strong and unshaken, it could reassure Palestinian groups and their supporters. This would mean that continuing the flow of support without significant interruptions, helping to maintain the current dynamics in the region. However, any perceived weakness could encourage Iran's rivals in the region, such as Saudi Arabia and Israel, to take more aggressive stances, which could further complicate the situation for Palestine. Moreover, the crash might lead to a shift in Iran's internal policies and priorities. In times of crisis or uncertainty, countries may turn inward, focusing more on internal stability than external relations. This could mean less attention and resources directed at supporting Palestinian causes, at least in the short term. Such a shift could alter the landscape of Middle Eastern politics, where alignments and support systems are often interconnected and delicate. The Palestinian leadership and the people were watching the situation closely. The stability of Iran is seen as directly linked to the strength and resilience of Palestinian efforts against Israeli actions. Any long-term changes in Iran's policy or capabilities to support Palestine could prompt shifts in strategies and alliances, not just within Palestine, but across the broader Middle Eastern region. Following the helicopter crash involving Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, a range of theories and counter-theories have surfaced, each attempting to explain the incident's cause and implications. Some speculate that the crash was not merely an accident, but a targeted act to destabilize Iran's government. These theories suggest possible sabotage, either by internal political rivals seeking to shift power dynamics within the country, or by external entities aiming to weaken Iran's influence on the region. Counter-theories argue for simplicity of mechanical failure or pilot error, common causes in aviation incidents. Proponents of this view caution against jumping to conclusions without solid evidence, emphasizing that complex machinery like helicopters can fail due to their maintenance issues or operation mistakes, irrespective of political contexts. These competing narratives reflect broader tensions and suspicions in internal relations involving Iran, where geopolitical interests often cast shadows over factual occurrences. As investigations continue, the challenge lies in separating verifiable facts from speculation and ensuring that any conclusions drawn are based on credible evidence or thorough analysis. This balanced approach is essential to prevent misinformation and the potential escalation of conflicts based on unconfirmed claims. The role of the media in shaping public perception and understanding of events like the helicopter crash involving Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi is both powerful and pivotal. Media outlets around the world have the responsibility to report on such incidents accurately and impartially. But how they choose to do so can significantly influence the public and the international response. Firstly, the media serves as the primary source of information for most people. Accurate reporting is crucial because it provides the public and decision makers with the facts they need to understand what happened. If the media reports are biased or incorrect, it can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations, which might escalate tensions and create unnecessary panic. In the case of President Raisi's helicopter crash, the media's role extends to providing context about the political climate in Iran and the region. This includes expanding Iran's internal dynamics, its foreign policy, and how this might relate to the crash. Such context helps the audience grasp the broader implications of the incident beyond the immediate event. Furthermore, the media has the power to shape the narrative by choosing which aspects of the story to emphasize. If the focus is on potential foul play or sabotage, this can heighten suspicions and lead to geopolitical speculations that may or may not be grounded in reality. Alternatively, if the focus is on technical aspects of helicopter safety and aviation protocols, the discussion might steer towards topics of safety regulations and standards. The global media also plays a critical role in balancing perspectives, especially in a politically charged environment. By pressing multiple viewpoints, including official statements, expert analysis, and public opinion, the media can provide a more rounded picture of the event. This balanced reporting helps prevent the dominance of a single narrative, which might be biased or incomplete. The media must manage the spread of misinformation, especially in the digital age where rumors and unverified reports can circulate quickly online. It's essential for reputable media outlets to fact-check and verify information before broadcasting or publishing it. This responsibility is critical in maintaining public trust and ensuring that discussions and decisions are based on accurate information. As the official investigation to the crash unfolds, all eyes will be on the transparency and thoroughness of the process. The international community expects a clear, unbiased report, which will be critical in either quelling rumors or confirming suspicions about the nature of the crash. As we conclude our exploration of the helicopter crash involving Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi, we have navigated through the complex interplay of international relations, speculated on the potential causes, and considered the roles of media and investigations in shaping public understanding. This incident not only highlights the delicate balance of regional politics, but also reminds us of the unpredictability of such events and their wide-reaching implications. While the investigation continues, many questions remain unanswered. Was this merely an unfortunate accident? Or could it have been a strategically orchestrated act? The truth behind this critical incident remains shrouded in mystery, leaving room for various interpretations and theories. The answer remains unknown for now.
Ya Zahra, Ya Zahra.